What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers, along with the Rumble watchers? Not gonna lie, forgot to upload some stuff to there. We'll be getting back to it soon. It is Monday, but not just any Monday. It's Victory Monday for the third time this week. And for the first time since 2011, we start off 3-1. I thought it would have been a longer time than that, but apparently 2011 is what it was. Just reciting a little bit of history here. Not saying we're gonna do this, but of course 2011 was the season that the 9-7 New York Giants made the playoffs as a wildcard team, and then Eli Manning took them all the way to the Super Bowl, and we beat the Patriots for the second time in a row. Like I said, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just reciting history here of the last time we started off 3-1. What happened? But it's a great Victory Monday. I got some new things, as you can see. I got this hat right there at MetLife Stadium. And the people at MetLife and the Giants organization really stepping up their game. They gave us these free flags as you entered. I remember when the very first Giants game I went to, I got a little small calendar. And we all know how John Mara, the Mara family, and MetLife and the Giants have been treating the fans the past couple years. Not the best way. A free medium Pepsi for Fan Appreciation Day last year went viral. They're stepping the game up in terms of just, showing true appreciation for the fans. Because at the end of the day, us buying tickets is what's paying these checks right here. It's what's being able these players to get paid, and the owners as well. But enough about that. An amazing experience at the game yesterday, man. I got to meet Ash for the first time in real life, which is actually pretty great. He actually rode with me and my friends to the game and back. Saw KB for the second time. Definitely a way better experience this time around, considering when we met for last season, it was at the end of the season when we played the Commanders, and that terrible QB sneak game with Joe Judge, where he basically solidified that he's on his way out as the Giants head coach. But it was incredible, man. I was too tired, just completely spent when I came back to make an immediate reaction video, because the energy was there. Giants fans, they showed up in droves. They were cheering hard on third down. I was actually on my feet for most of the game because the amount of cheering we were doing, trying to cause some noise in that stadium. It was just all around great, and we came out with the win against the Chicago Bears. We did amazingly against the Bears run game, which was the thing I was worried about the most going in, considering last week Khalil Herbert looked like he was gonna start being on a tear. And much like us, the Bears, the strength of their offense is 100% the run game, but we did an amazing job. The Giants defense showed up. They stepped up. Dexter Lawrence stepped up, and he needs to get more respect put on his name, man. For the entire season, actually, Dexter Lawrence has been having a really good one, but he had 2 sacks yesterday. He was the main force from the interior. He seemed like a monster on the inside, man. He looked like the Dexter from Clemson is what he looked like. He looked like the Dexter that we've been expecting to see for a couple of years now, when he's going to take that next step or whatever. But if he continues to play like that, I love it. Big Sexy Dexy, one of my favorite players on the team, would love to re-sign him, man. The defense in general stepped up. Now, there was a couple passes allowed that shouldn't have happened, particularly to Darnell Mooney, where this man, he just dived for the ball. He kept getting open on Adoree, and Adoree's supposed to be not only our number 1 corner, but, our speed threat. He's the fastest corner that we have on our team. But Darnell Mooney, he was putting in that work, man. Also, our tackling needs a bit improvement, but that's really about it. Other than that, the defense did a great job. We didn't give up a single touchdown. We only allowed them to score with field goals. Y'all realize that? Just field goals. They got 12 points off of field goals. You know what I mean? Man, the Giants got to be the most surprising team in the NFL. And I'm going to get to the offense right now. Saquon Barkley is that guy. I've been saying it since before the season even began that he's back. And like I said since week 1, he looks better than he ever did during 2018. This was the type of game that all Saquon Barkley naysayers, this is the type of game they would hate to see, because he did everything that they said he can't do. That's run up the middle, that's get tough yards, and that's put up a great stat line without one of those big 60-yard runs. He did that. 31 carries, 146 yards. I think it was like 5.6 yards per carry or something like that. Daniel Jones was basically running back number 2. This man put in work on the ground, I think, with around 70 yards. Unfortunately, the ankle sprain on that sack. And then even more unfortunately, our backup quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, got mollywopped, and he has a concussion, which the refs didn't even throw the guy out for, because that was a helmet-to-helmet hit. The refs this game got me really, really mad on several things. I was just like, y'all are not doing your job properly in terms of protecting these players, man. And we are the most surprising team in the NFL, not only because we started off 3-1, and most people, including a lot of Giants fans, didn't think we would start off this way, but because of the injuries. Let me just read off to you some of the injuries that we had yesterday alone, and we already know that we were a very injured team going into the game. So we obviously had Daniel Jones go down, we had Tyrod Taylor go down. We won the game at the last 5 minutes with no quarterback. We had Saquon Barkley, the man that could do it all, at quarterback. But before that, we also had Evan Neal go out with a neck injury. We had Julian Love go out very early on in the game, and Julian Love, for this season so far, has been looking like one of our best defensive players. Mark Glowinski went out, and then I think we had Josh Azidu come in at left guard, and Ben Bredesen shift over to the right guard. Kenny Golladay went out, which I'm really not too worried about. Aaron Robinson went out. There was a defensive lineman that we brought from the practice squad, Henry Mondo, that went out. And then after the game, literally after the game finished, Aziz was grabbing his calf, which was his injury that he was knocked out for such a long time. And Kayvon apparently was a little bit nicked up. It's just like, can we just go through one game being healthy? And let me count that off. Jones, Taylor, Neal, Love, Glowinski, Golladay, Robinson, Henry, then Kayvon and Aziz. That's 10 injuries, bro. Jesus Christ. We really can't catch a break, even after a win. You know what I mean? But because of that, because with all of those injuries, that's why we're the most surprising team in the NFL, because we're finding ways to win. I said it after my very first week 1 reactions. Winners win, losers lose. Winning teams find a way to win, losing teams find a way to lose. And we should know this, because in the past couple years, the Giants were finding ways to lose. Now we're finding ways to win. Of course, who gets the credit? The coaches. 100%. Brian Dable, Mike Kafka, they got a lot of credit this game. Now, Don Wink Martindale is going to continue to get my praises from me since week 1, because we're seeing how much the Ravens are missing him. Another blown lead at the end of the game. And Wink, once again, had his defense holding our enemy to just field goals, 4 field goals. Great job by Wink. Great job in the run game. Great job all around. But a lot of praises to the offensive side of the ball. I feel like this was their best game because of how creative they got after Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor went out. We were still finding ways to move the football. And can we keep it real? For most of this game, it's like, I feel like this is the first time in a while that we were consistently moving the football on every drive. We didn't really have as much 3-and-outs as we had usually. And also, shout out to Wink and Dayball. Kafka and Dayball, because it feels like they fixed their mistake from last week. My biggest thing was that we didn't run the ball enough. This week, we ran the ball over 40 times. And it worked because this team's strength, the offensive line strength, is in the run game. And you saw how it just allowed us to completely decimate the Bears. And speaking of offensive line, Andrew Thomas had another just completely perfect game almost, where this man didn't allow a single sack from his end. Robert Quinn, y'all, he's the Bears' best edge rusher. Did you hear his name at all yesterday? That's because Andrew Thomas was shutting him down, even in the run game. I'm telling y'all, he's going to be an all-pro this year. He's already a top 5 lineman in the league, let alone a top 5 tackle. This guy, I just love Andrew Thomas, man. I love me some Andrew Thomas. And then Evan Neal had a nice bounce-back game before he went out. But the reason the offensive line as a whole did so well is because we established a run. We established the run, which opened up the pass. Yes, I talk about that a lot. But we established the run. It allows the offensive line to get comfortable and build some confidence. We ran the ball 40 times, and then on the very few times we did drop back to pass, it was like 1 sack, real. That was it. We just gave up 1 sack to Jaquan Brisker, and I'm pretty sure that was a blitz. So it wasn't even like, the regular four-man rush that got through. We need to do that more often. So once again, props to the coaches. But we are the most surprising team in the NFL because nobody expected us to be here. Let alone with all these injuries, nobody expected us to be here. Let alone with the people that were putting on to play. Devery Hamilton came up for Evan Neal. And I'm pretty sure Devery Hamilton isn't even our actual backup tackle. He's probably like our 3rd tackle. And we did just fine. Now, of course, it's on to Green Bay. We'll see what they do. We'll see how to prepare. I'm trusting in them. And I'm loving this season. And so should you. That's it for now, Giants fans. Let me know what you think. Put your thoughts down below. And I'm out. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for checking out my channel, The Hub, here on Giants YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you hear every time I put out a video. Like it, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.